Gem fat handle razors, popular in the 1930s and 40s, were sturdy, brass-bodied single-edge safety razors, often with a chunky Bakelite handle. Known for being effective, affordable, and durable, representing the American Safety Razor Company's mainstream offerings, alongside their premium lines, offering a solid shave with simple, classic designs like the Gem Jr., and are now cherished vintage collector's items. In essence, the Gem Fat Handle Razor was a workhorse of its time, blending practical design with historical significance. A far cry from Gillette's more complex models, but a beloved tool in its own right. And I'm going to be shaving with it, so stay tuned. Hello everyone, Nick here. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So here I have a Gem fat handle, and I believe this handle here is made out of Bakelite. And this guy right here is beautiful. There's really nothing wrong with this guy. I think I paid like $6 for him at the vintage flea market. So I was like, oh, that's a good steal. I can't pass that up. And I'm very excited for this shave here. I'm very excited for this razor here. I'm really hoping that it's a really good shave, because I have a buddy that is going to make me, he's going to duplicate this handle in a red mahogany. He's going to turn it on a lathe if this is worth it, if it's worth it. I'm really excited about this. I really hope that this is a really good shave, because I would love to have a red wood mahogany, red mahogany wood. I get my words all twisted up. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be a red mahogany wood handle. If it's worth it, if it's a great shave, if it's a really good shave, then yeah, the next time you see this guy, it'll have a red mahogany handle, and oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna have him put a high gloss on it. I didn't know if I wanted it to be matte, but I'm thinking a red mahogany handle with a high gloss. I think that'll look phenomenal. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be using for the shave. Let's go over the rest of the stuff I'm going to be using. I feel like a sandalwood today, so I'm going to go with Purasso sandalwood. Yeah, but first I'm going to be putting some of this pre-shave on my face. I also have the matching aftershave splash, and I have the Barbedure matching aftershave balm. I've got my alum block from Shave Nation. And of course I've got my witch hazel here, and my bougie sprayer with distilled water. And here I have a vintage Gem blade bank with some new Gem blades in it. I almost forgot my vintage shave brush that I restored. This is an Erskin shave brush, and this is like a red fox imitation synthetic knot. I can't remember what it is. It is a synthetic knot though. But I'm going to be lathering up with this guy. So let's wet the face and let's jump right into the shave. I'm just going to get my face wet real good here. I'm going to take this Purasso Barbedure, or sandalwood. I'm going to get some of this guy on my finger, get it on my hand, and we'll put it on my face here. While that pre-shave sits on my face, softening up my whiskers, let's go to this blade bank here and let's get one of these Gem blades out. There's that guy there. And it does say Gem on it. Let's see if you guys can see it. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can get it closer to you guys. Maybe there. So yeah, I do have the Gem blade here. I'm going to open up this razor and we're going to get this guy loaded up in this razor. Get him in there just like that. There it goes. Close that top. Look at the alignment. Alignment looks really good. There it is for you guys. I'm going to take my shaving brush. I'm going to dip it in the water just to get wet. No need to soak it. It's a synthetic. So I'm going to get all of this water out of here. Then I'm going to take my cream. I'm going to put about an almond size cream in the brush here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top back on this tube. These tubes are really stiff. So if you don't put the top back on it after squeezing some product out, it's just going to keep flowing out and you're just going to make a big mess, waste a bunch of product. So I'm going to get my face hydrated a little bit here. And then I'm going to go ahead and let's build a lather. Okay, I think that's good there. Take a look at this lather here. That is ready to go. So, yep, we're going to get this shave going. All right, I've got my razor here. I'm going to dip it in the water just to get it warmed up, get it lubricated, and then I am going to go across the grain here. Whoa, that feels really efficient. I'm going to be careful here. I need to take a look at this razor. It feels like the corners of the blade are scratching me. But when I run my hand across right here, it doesn't feel that way. Okay, I'm going to go slow. I'm going to be careful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't shave with this razor. The corner right here just got me really good right here. I'm going to have to take a really good look at this razor and see why those corners are sticking out. I'm going to have to switch to another razor. I've got a 1959 Gillette Fat Boy adjustable here. So I'm going to open him up. I'm going to put a blade inside of him. I don't think I got cut right here. I don't think I got cut, but man, it scratched the heck out of me really bad. So I think there's just something wrong with that razor, with that fat handle. So this is at 9. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to set it. Let's put it at a 6. There we go. Look at my blade alignment. Blade alignment looks good. So I'm going to get this guy wet and we're going to continue with the shave. Oh, I did cut myself. You could see it right there. I felt the corner of that blade dig into me, so I did get cut right there. So yeah, there's something wrong with that razor. All right, that's it for the first pass. I'm going to get lathered up here again. We'll go for second pass against the grain. All right, I got plenty of soap on my face here for the second pass. We're going to go across the grain here. Well, that's it for Against the Grain. Let's rinse off and see where we're at. Oh, wow. What a good shave. That little Gillette Fat Boy. Very, very good razor. I got a little tiny bit up here. Operator error. I just didn't go up far enough. Little right here, my trouble area, of course. I thought I felt some right here. Somewhere here. So I'm going to hit these trouble spots real quick. And I actually don't need to lather up. This Prosso is so good. The residual there is just phenomenal. So I'm going to touch these areas up real quick. All right, we'll rinse off again. See where we're at there. Perfect. Oh, perfect. What a great little razor. All right, I'm going to rinse off really good here. All right, I rinsed off pretty good there. I'm going to take my Allen block, dip it in the water, and let's see where we're at here. So, to my surprise, I got some pretty good stinging all over the place where I shaved with that Jim. Right here on my cheek, especially right here where I cut myself, of course. Nothing down here. Let's see here. Everything feels pretty good here. I got some serious stinging right here, though, and right here. So, yeah, all this area stings pretty good. I felt like that little Jim fat handle was super aggressive. And then when it cut me, I was like, oh, that felt... Well, it scratched me pretty good at first. And then I was like, well, I better be careful with it. And then it did cut me right here. And so after the shave, I'm going to take a really good... Well, let's look at it now. Let's take a really good look at it. It doesn't look like that blade. Oh, that's why. That's why. It's really not sitting on there. It kind of moved on me. So it's not even sitting on the... It's not sitting on the stops. It slid forward. It slid forward on me. So it wasn't on the stops. Okay. So now there it is. It was floating above the stops. That's why. Okay. I didn't feel it at first because I went like this and I tried to feel it and I didn't feel anything. And I was like, I don't know why it feels that way. But it was actually because there's two stops. There's a blade stop here, and then there's another blade stop right over here, and it's sitting on top of them stops, not underneath. It wasn't on the stops. It was on top of them. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to take this guy for another test drive. I'm going to rinse this Allen block off real quick. Okay, because I was really disappointed there for a second because I had a lot of high hopes for this Jim razor. But looks like I'll have to do a redo of this Jim razor. It was my fault. I didn't have it set in there right. No wonder why it felt so aggressive out of the get-go. Right out of the gate, it was super aggressive. I didn't put it in there right. I thought I did, but I don't have my glasses on. I'm blind. So, sucks getting old. Well, I used to box for years, I boxed forever for the city when I was a young kid. So, yeah, my eyesight's starting to go, and so there's a little, that little of that too. So I'm gonna get this, get some of this witch hazel on my face. So get this here. That witch hazel is just amazing stuff, man. Really love that. Really love that my brothers turned me on to that stuff. My wet shaving brothers. Just gonna dab the excess off and get some of this Prosso aftershave splash. Shake the snot out of it really good. And let's get it on our face here. I got a pretty good sting there with that stuff. Smells so good. Man, I got cleaned up nice. That is BBS. It's so nice when your technique is really good and it's kind of effortless to get BBS, because I hear a lot of guys struggle trying to get BBS that have been shaving for quite some time. So it's really nice to get your technique down really good. So, beautiful. Well, yeah, now I'm hopeful again. Now I'm excited about that razor again, because when I felt it cut me, I was like, oh, that sucks. There goes my mahogany, my wood mahogany razor there. I got this aftershave balm. I'm going to get it in my hand. Oh, don't need that much. Try to get some of it back in there. There we go. That's about enough there. A little bit goes a long way. So I'm going to get this here. All right. Oh, beautiful. All right, guys. Well, we didn't reach the conclusion that we wanted to because somebody didn't put that blade in there right. And I noticed right away when I started going, I was like, whoa, that's super aggressive. Well, yeah, of course it is when you don't have it on the stops and when it's just floating around there. But it's not like we're going anywhere, right? We'll come back. We'll do it again. We'll take it for another test drive, and hopefully it performs really well. It feels like it's supposed to be pretty efficient razor. The information that I got said it was an efficient razor, and I love being an efficient razor as long as you put the blade in there. It's efficient, not dangerous. What I did was dangerous, and I ended up cutting myself. But I'm not bleeding anymore. I almost can't see. Well, definitely without my glasses, I can't see where I cut myself, but I felt it, I'll tell you that. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I'll wait a couple of days. I'll come back again and take it for another test drive, because this was a failure because of me, because of what I did. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I'll load that blade up with my glasses on next time to see what I'm doing. But anyway, guys, I got BBS really, really good. And the only reason I believe is because I finished up with this guy right here, my 1956 Gillette Fat Boy. And I had this set on a 6 here. My camera is terrible. I don't even know if it will adjust. I'm going to auto adjust. No. Maybe I just need to get a better camera, because this camera is not very good. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll put up another one. I don't even know if I should post this one, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, if you're new here, please like and subscribe. If you like my mistakes, I really appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for being here, brother. I'll be back again with the same razor, and we'll do it right next time. Anyway, you guys take care of yourselves here. God bless.